Hi Josh, this is Mike, aka PKMNFRK. I'd just like to discuss your recent rant about trading and hacks. Overall, I'd have to say that I agree with you. Currently, I'm working on my Pokédex in Hard Gold, and hope to complete the Johto deck sometime before they release the 5th gen. Whether or not I accomplish this is of course beside the point. Anyway, I just want to ask your opinion, and the opinions of your viewers, on other types of cheating, other than the trading thing. Before I begin, let me just disclaim something. I think that trading hacks or clones is wrong. Totally wrong. And that those who do it should find the nearest fire and jump in it. Also, people who cheat while battling another player, either directly or by using a hacked Pokemon, merit a similar fate. Now, on to my questions. A while back, I read a discussion thread on some forum, which I can't remember. Anyway, it was about using cheats, like an action replay, to manipulate the effort values, or EVs, of Pokemon. Specifically, using cheats to max out the EVs you want, instead of having to battle 400 million Pokemon to raise them normally, quote-unquote. An argument against this practice is that it's cheating. You're not putting the effort into the effort values, and since they're supposedly secret, we're not meant to directly manipulate them or even be aware of their existence. However, an argument in favor of this is that it simply saves time. The EV raising items, carbos, protein, etc., have existed since 1st gen, and they're a shortcut to get the EVs up to 100. Another thing to keep in mind is that until 4th gen, it's not been possible to lower EVs. That is, once you raise an EV to a certain level, you can't bring it back down. And since the total number of EVs is capped at 510, and each EV stat goes up to 255, it's important to start young when EV training a Pokemon. Therefore, lowering an EV in one stat to free up some points for another stat would be illegal, and more than just a time saver. However, in the 4th gen, they introduced berries that lower EVs, Kelpsy berries, etc. They lower an EV stat by 10, much like the calcium raises special defense EV by 10, and increase happiness in exchange. So, therefore, in the 4th gen, lowering an EV stat is legal. And, under this theory, it can be done by cheats to save time, since the berries themselves are kind of rare, and they take upwards of 36 hours to grow. Personally, I prefer doing it manually, by training, since the breeding I do is purely for my own personal satisfaction, and I don't battle competitively. However, I can see that if somebody was going to battle competitively, they might be tempted to use the cheats and save the time, because they know that everyone else is going to be doing the same. What do you guys think? Cheating or time saver?